20 feet away. 5. It's not really a sidewalk here. I'm actually more. I'm like 30 feet away. So the officer took note of me. Yeah, we're in Scottsdale. We're off of Pima and Thomas right now. This is the guy's second stop. I didn't catch the first one because it just happened so fast. I'm about 30 feet away, just so you guys can count it out. So like, here's me, and then it was about 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm a good distance away. Over a BMW. The vehicle before this was a Telsa. I didn't recall seeing these vehicles speeding, but I did know when he got on the freeway from stopping the Telsa that the police officer was speeding to get way up there. I mean, he had to have been going over 95, 100 miles an hour for the type of distance that he created. Because by the time I was getting on the freeway from the on-ramp, he was already almost a mile out. Or, I take that back, maybe it was like a quarter mile because it was to the next stop, or the exit ramp. God, it's cold as balls out here. AM Star Media. Thanks everyone for joining me. It's been a long time since I've been out. A lot of anxiety doing this. How's it going today? I understood. I don't mind engaging with you, officer. Good. Just, how's your night going?
We can talk, man. I'm not worried about you.
Appreciate that. It's very nice.
Do you have any questions?
I don't. I just noticed you patrolling the highway. I did notice that you got up to pretty excessive speed back there to get on the freeway. So,
Okay.
do you guys monitor your speed to make sure you're not endangering civilian lives?
Yeah, so I got on it. Can we talk a little closer so we don't have to shout?
I'm all right. I really don't want to engage any closer than your safety and my safety.
Yeah, there was a black pickup truck in the HOV lane that I saw that appeared to be speeding. I started a clock on NASCAR. I didn't get long enough of a clock on it for me to basically have reasonable suspicion to make a traffic stop, or at least for me to feel comfortable to make the stop. So that's when I slowed down, and then I saw a different violation in this car, so we stopped there.
Understood. Well, I appreciate your time and your professionalism, and you treating me
When
with.
I got on the freeway, like when I'm getting on already looking at traffic to see if there's anyone speeding and that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, of
if
course.
I kind of see a car, then I'll start a clock on it. And if I can't get a good clock because they either slow down or change lanes or whatever else, then that's kind of the end of that.
Well, I appreciate that. Do you mind if I get your name and badge number just for document purposes?
John Simon, 10475, my business card.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
You've been really professional. You know, the way that things are getting twisted with laws. Thank you so much. And again, I mean you no harm. I'm just here for documentation purposes.
You're good, man.
I'm just here.
I believe in the Constitution.
You know,
Absolutely.
I really appreciate that because there was a recent bill submitted by John Kavanaugh in regards to recording our public officials and ultimately just staying back, respecting your boundaries so that way you guys feel safe and just documenting the situations because unfortunately over the past years there's been more and more documentation of bad police officers, and it's clear that there's a need for police officers, and I appreciate law-abiding officers that enforce laws.
100%.
That it's everything else that's messing up the system for people. And then at the same time, you know, when you get these new bills being passed into laws that are trying to violate those constitutions, we're hoping that you guys follow your oaths that you took, you know, when you signed up for the job, because if you guys don't have the law to follow, then how are we supposed to entrust you guys with enforcing
we
it?
can't obey the law
And
hold ourselves accountable. How do we enforce the law on other people?
It makes it hard. So, you know,
I'm not really familiar with I don't follow the news. I can't anymore. It's just too much. But I'm not really familiar with the law that you're referring to, but I'll take your word for it.
yeah, it's SB 2119.
What does it say? Just curious.
It's stipulating that you're gonna have to need officer consent in order to record, especially if there's a distressed person involved. And then you would have to be outside of 15 feet in order for that to occur. So you have to have both their consent and be spaced out so far. But that's so circumventional to that. If you guys are worried about your safety and engagement in those situations, then how are you going to actively engage with someone to tell them that they can't be doing that and then go to arrest them? That kind of seems counterproductive to your initial safety from your initial situation.
You know, I'm not going to comment on political stuff, but
No, of course.
I see your perspective.
And that's, you know,
If I wasn't working, maybe I'd comment on it, but obviously I'm working right now. I can't comment on it.
no, of course. And you know,
Here's what I will comment though. I saw you over there. Obviously, at some point you saw when I saw you, and dude, you were far away. I could see both of your hands. I could obviously see your recording.
Yep.
I have YouTube just like everyone else. So
Yeah.
you didn't make me feel super uncomfortable. I'm obviously gonna watch you to make sure you're not gonna like stab me in the back or something.
Of
but,
course.
Yeah, I have no issue with you filming me. I'm filming you, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Matter
And
of fact, there's probably a security camera filming us right now too. So
exactly. Yeah, that's what we're trying to get, you know, on the basis of holding accountability for everyone, because we're held as accountable as you guys on film, and we have to go to court the same way and go through the same citations and fines and things like that. But as we develop, you know, our laws and statutes, we've got to maintain our liberty, and that's, you know, if you have police officers who are choosing to not follow the Constitution and violate your liberties, and we don't have anything that we're relying on. So
my 15-minute time.
no, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. Most officers don't do this, so a lot of the time it's, you know, get out of my face or stop the recording. So I appreciate you being cordial and answering my questions.
Honestly, man, if I can monologue for a second, I got all kinds of respect for everybody, because you're a grown man, just like I am. You're doing your thing, I'm doing my thing, and you holding us accountable is not a bad thing at all. These things hold us accountable. The public holds us accountable, because ultimately, the people we are accountable to is the public.
We the people.
Without your consent, there is no government.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. That's my opinion, John Simon. Not the opinion of but it's the fact. we're accountable to the public. And if there's cops who are messing up and doing things wrong, shame on them. 'Cause, at least the people I work with a group of really good people.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think we all try to do the job properly. Take that oath that we all swore. We got our badge pinned on. At least the people I work with, we take it pretty seriously. So that's the matter. So as much as you say you appreciate me talking, I appreciate you doing what you're doing, and you're doing the right thing. As long as we're all safe about it. So.
Yeah, we're here again. We're just here to help that transparency and create that trust if we can merge it, and we can weed out the bad apples of the bunch, because we're never going to get rid of it. There's always going to be the bad apples. There's always going to be bad situations.
It's people, man.
Yeah.
There's bad people.
That's all it comes down to.
You're a teacher, doctor, airline pilot, nurse, priest, for that matter.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a bad dude.
And that's what we've got to work through.
We're in a position of trust and authority. And, so you get a bad guy in a position of trust and authority, it gets amplified.
Yeah.
And then it makes everyone else have that bad name.
Oh, yeah.
I know it sounds really dumb, and we hear it all the time in the news or whatever, but the bad cop, no one hates a bad cop more than a cop who's doing his job properly. At the end of the day, it makes it hard for them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the, I don't know.
No, I think you put it in a good way, in a good context, because like you're saying, we as citizens have to know that there's just inevitably bad people, and unfortunately for those of us that do get caught up with those bad people, we've got to recourse those actions through a more lengthy process. But as long as we're taking the steps in that direction and not regressing, that's all we can keep trying for. That's why we do what we do as auditors and people who engage with our public officials, because we without you guys, we don't have these positions filled either. So there's a need for it. So I appreciate your time, officer, so much. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Seriously.
No, I appreciate it.
Thank you for being respectful, because there are some auditors who kind of mean about it.
Well,
usually it's in response to a cop being a jerk.
Yeah, and that's what we're
comes around, and I've always tried to be nice to people. So.
And we're trying to, not all of us are like that, but the only thing I say about that is that it sheds light on us as individuals, and all of us haven't gone through the same things. Yeah. So while I may take something that's been done wrong to me and I still may be nice to a person about it, another person just had it.
Yep.
And so when we get those
human experience there, right?
Yeah, so I don't think that any auditor is, when they are encroached on officers that are violating their rights, they're super defensive, as they should be. And that's when the beratement comes. Other than that, when they're cordial experiences like this, we try to be as respectful. We realize how dangerous it is. We know that our lives are also in danger in recording these situations. It could escalate at any moment. So we try to mitigate our interactions with you guys so you can focus on your safety and your jobs. We care about you guys a lot too. Your people too.
We're all part of this community and the greater community of our state and all that.
Yeah.
And, we all live in, how many hours during the week? 168 or something like that? Hold on, I hope the comments don't go crazy if I'm wrong. But 40 hours of the time of the week, I'm wearing a uniform, but the rest of the time, United States tax-paying citizen, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
We all care about the community. At least I do.
Well, again, I appreciate your time.
What's your channel, man? Can I check it out so I can see myself? We don't have to do it on the camera.
Yeah, I'll hop off real quick. I hope everyone enjoyed that, the professionalism.
Am I live streamed?
You were live streamed.
Woo-hoo, how many people?
I don't have a huge audience yet, so I've got 12 people on here.
Right on. Well, hopefully the comments are good.
Yeah.